Hello, my name is Brother Sean, and this short video has an unusual title, Bidden or Not Bidden, God is Present. Last evening I was very privileged to take part in our Vigil for Peace at 8 o'clock UK time, and I was guided to pick up a beautiful bronze plaque from our wall, which has those very words written on it, Bidden or Not Bidden, God is Present. It's quite heavy, so I'm going to show it to you now. Bidden or not bidden, God is present. This is a beautiful gift that I was given some 11 years ago from a dear friend from Ireland. And it was made at the Wild Goose Studios in Kinsale, County Cork. And Bidden or not bidden, God is present was written on the door by Carl Jung, the eminent psychologist who lived from 1875 to 1961. He had this carved in Latin over the front door of his house in Zurich. This was to remind those entering that the awe of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. That is taken from Psalm 111, verse 10. The words are said to originate from the reply given by the Delphic oracle to the Lacedaemonians when they were planning a war against Athens. Yes, the gods will be present, but in what form and to what purpose? Jung came across this when, as a student of 19 years, he was studying a Latin collection of analects or jottings by Erasmus, the Renaissance scholar and humanist. He also had it carved on his tombstone. So bidden or not bidden, God is present. What is that saying to your heart today? Well, it's saying a lot to my heart. It's saying that whether we're aware of it or not, consciously or unconsciously, God the Supreme, the creator of all life form, is present. And I know Richard Dawkins, the eminent humanist, atheist, agnostic, non-believer of spiritual things, has extensively gone on the attack. He's very vocal, he's a learned man, and he's entitled to his point of view. But as an atheist, the more he challenges us in the disbelief of God, the more he's actually weakening his defense. Because, you know, falling in love with God is not an academic thing. It's not a head response. It's a heart response. And it's my belief, and it's taken me nearly 55 years to finally work this out through my heart, that God is present. He is present in every blade of grass, in every petal of every rose, in every flower and herb, in the sunrises and in the sunsets, in the song of a bird, in the smile and the unconditional love from our pets. And as a Franciscan, a Catholic Christian who embraces all faiths, as a member of the Teo community of St. Francis, that is our calling, to reach out to all faiths and none, to atheists, agnostics, pagans and Wiccans, and embrace them, like Francis did back in the 12th century, when he embraced the Sultan, and the Sultan was so impressed by his integrity and his belief system that he would willingly walk on coals of fire to defend his belief. And though the Sultan was ready to demand or insist upon one of his male servants walking on the coals first before Francis, the poor servant was petrified And Francis said, "Stop, I will do it." And the Sultan stopped it, and he said to Francis, "You've not converted me to Christianity, but what you have done is you've affirmed my belief that there is a loving God who's all-embracing. So bidden or not bidden, God is present. He is present. Because I also believe that before we were born, our spirit was encoded with the affirmations that we needed, with the information that we would need to survive in this lifetime. Our soul's DNA was impregnated with all the information that we needed. But of course, when we came from a higher dimensional energy, such as sixth dimensional energy, into a dull, negative third dimensional energy, of course, we lost our protection as we grew up from kindergarten. And you notice how children are so naive and innocent, how they can see things that adults can't see. They can see their friends in spirit. They can see the angels, their messengers. Many of the children are sort of patronized, as much as to say, oh, it's all a part of growing up. It isn't. They can see the face of God. But as they go through kindergarten, junior school, high school, secondary school, into university, they have lost that innocence of childhood. And many who've been singled out because of their extra sensitivity to light, to energy, like the indigo children, they build a brick wall around them, so consequently their heart becomes stifled of love. But God is present. And though many may walk away from a belief system and deny the existence of God, like Richard Dawkins, there is that inner knowing. There is a seed within our soul's DNA that tells us we came from love, from God. And it is to that God we shall return. And however clever, articulate, vocal we become, we're really against God. We're only weakening our defense and proving the very existence of God. If you are in a place watching this where you disbelieve what I've said, I challenge you to do something for me. No, I challenge you to do something for you. Sit quietly, light a candle, become aware of the peace in your environment. You might want to take a walk through wood or sit in your lovely garden and there engage with your heart if you can. Because this world we live in is more focused on feeding egoic identity and personality and craving the adulation of people. And it's more important today to know that how well are we received by society? Someone like me wouldn't stand a cat and hell's chance, would they? Because I stand out like a sore thumb for many people who come from ego. But for those who live in their heart, who embrace God through their heart, there's always a welcome. So what I would like you to do is to become aware of the silence and the love and ask yourself, who am I? And why am I here? That's it. And whatever comes up, honor it, bless it, embrace it. But remember, bidden or not bidden, God is present. And Carl Jung was an atheist, a humanist. And yet he should use that from Psalm 110, verse 10. Hello. Namaste.